Bonjour les garçons, so in that video, the video of today, I would like to discuss with you a new tense. This tense is called l'imparfait. L'imparfait, or in English, the imperfect tense. So as you know, imperfect tense is a tense of the past. Now, why do we have to use this tense if we already know passé composé? Because we won't use them for the same thing. Before we get into this, the details of that, I would like to take a look at la formation de l'imparfait. How am I going to get that tense? Well, it is very simple. You need to think about the present tense. And you need to take the verbs and write, and think about the new form of the verbs. Any verb, almost any verb. So, let me write 6 for you. Nous écoutons, nous parlons, nous chantons, and I'm also going to write some irregular ones. Nous prenons, nous venons, nous allons. Okay? So we listen, we speak, we sing, we take, we come, and we go. What we need to do now is remove what we called le radical. Sorry, le suffixe ONS, la terminaison. On retire, on enlève, we take it off, la terminaison, et on ajoute, we're going to add the ending. Like that. Something that's very interesting, if you take a close look, l'imparfait, even the tense, the name of the tense is like, it reminds you of the ending of the verbs. L'imparfait, écoutait, parlait, chantait, right? I think it's pretty funny. So, j'écoutais, tu parlais, il, elle, on chantait. Then we just keep going. Nous, vous, il et elle avec S. This time it's going to be a bit different. Nous prenions. There is a little I, see? That's why it's different from the present tense. Nous prenions. Vous veniez. Little I also. Et ils, elles allaient. A-I-E-N-T. And here it is. Here you have the imparfait. The sixth form of the imparfait. For almost any other verb. There is only one verb that will not work like this. It is the verb être. Être will be used like that. It's going to be j'étais. And again, you just keep changing the whole thing. J'étais, tu étais, il ou elle, on était. In the past, you might have seen this in the Adosphère 2. You might have seen c'était. C'était meaning it was, right? It was great. C'était bien. Nous étions, vous étiez, ils, elles étaient. This is the only verb. All the other verbs are used like that. Let's now take a look at why, or what does this mean when you use this. Very simple. If you take a look here, we have all the three tenses you know by now. Je prends mon vélo, which is present tense. Okay. I take my bike. Je prenais le bus, which is imperfect tense. And passé composé, j'ai pris le taxi. I took a taxi. So, assuming we use the present tense right here. Je prends mon vélo. What does this mean? This simply means that now I take my bike. Now I am on my bike. Or now I am going to use my bike, right? Maintenant. So the présent is the tense of maintenant, the tense of now. Imparfait, on the other hand, is the tense of avant, the tense of before. So this means that you will use this tense for things you used to do, things you don't do anymore. Avant, je prenais le bus, right? So before, I used to take the bike, but now, the bus, sorry. But now I have a bike, right? So I no longer take the bus. I just take my bike now. Now, avant is different, passé composé is different from imperfect for one reason. Passé composé is one action. So that could be, for example, the tense of yesterday or last month. Hier, j'ai pris le taxi. Yesterday, I took a taxi. You cannot say hier, je prenais. It makes no sense because You cannot say yesterday I used to. It will be kind of weird. So basically, avant, before, je prenais, I used to do something, I used to take. Hier, j'ai pris, yesterday I took. This is mainly why we use imperfect tense. We call this action habituelle. So, something you used to do, action habituelle, passé. Sorry for the mess, but I hope you understand. Whereas passé composé would be simply action passé. There's a big difference. So this was simply a short introduction about imperfect tense. I hope this was clear enough. I hope that you get a grasp of the tense. If not, if you still have like some things you aren't quite clear about, please leave a comment. Please leave a comment on Edmodo, or you can also ask me, raise any questions you have in class. See you. Merci. Au revoir.